Well, we got a buck down. Whew. Just started the deer. It's 11:42.
Yeah.
Now out to register it.
Yeah. Get the binoculars. I can't tell. Can't even see it.
You toppled him. Nice shot. Wow, we just shot 2 deer today. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We've never done this before in our life. We've never shot a deer from a vehicle before, or while driving in a truck, not from the vehicle, literally. And here we are driving down the road, and I'm looking in the cuts, and there was a spike horn standing down there. Dad couldn't get a shot. He sat there and looked at us for the longest time. And he finally got down into a tree. I don't know how that deer stood there that long. 2 deer today. 2 deer in the time frame of, let's see, it is. I shot mine at 11. And Dad just shot one at 12. We've never seen the likes of it. There he is. Let's go take a look. I've never seen the likes of it. Would have never in a million years. Well, I know what I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. I've never bought a lottery ticket in my life.
Have money on me to register the deer.
Yeah, where's your emergency 20 now?
Back at the camp. I almost think it's 2.5-year-old deer, Paul. You look at the body on this thing.
Jesus crow, you toppled him.
I almost think that's a 2.5-year-old deer. I thought it was a spike, a yearling, but that doesn't look like a yearling body, does it?
No.
Paul says you toppled him. I see him go down, but
you know what years we said
that'll never happen again.
I've never shot a deer while driving in the vehicle.
First time. First time ever.
Stood right there and looked at you.
The whole time. And I'm friggin' around up there trying to get a steady rest.
Well, Jesus crow.
You were right, that tree was the best thing. Even then, when I got a little lower down at that tree, Paul, I was shooting through those fir trees. I could just barely see them. I thought, well, let her fly and see what happens.
Nice deer, Dad.
It is, like I say, I don't think it's a yearling. It might be.
That's an awful big yearling. If it was.
But it looks
its head looks bigger than mine. Yeah, pick him up there, Sika. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Paul, when we backed up, I thought that's the body of a deer, but
I kept saying that's the rear end. I knew his
head was this way, but I could not see a head. I could see this. And his hind end was higher than, and I thought that's a different color brown, and it's. I
got the shot on film too. I have the wrong lens on to have been able to zoom in on it, but.
Kind of hurt my back trying to get down in here. Might need help dragging it
up.
Oh
yeah. Well, guess what? You're up cleaning it.
Son of a gun. Who'd have thought in a million years?
2 deer in northern Maine.
Who'd have thought, Paul?
Before camp week. You were going to be my fall guy for deer camp too. Like, well, I still got to go because Dad has to get a deer.
Now what are we going to do?
Bird camp. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Hour apart. I shot mine just before 11. You shot yours about noon time.
Unreal. Unreal.
12:15. I haven't seen a deer all year either.
It's the same spot, same day, same spot. It's unbelievable.
He sat there and looked right at you. Let us back up.
I'm curious to see where I hit it the first shot, Paul, because I don't see a mark on it. Maybe I scared him to death.
You probably took his back out.
No, right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, you're quite high.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. I did. He was trying to get up. And this is this.
Yeah, and look, that's fine. Who wants to go chase a deer without snow and stuff?
I do not believe this. My camera's dead up in the truck.
Yeah, I was trying to find it there.
Yeah, it's plugged in.
Trying to get your binoculars, and you had the camera cord wrapped in between the binocular straps. I couldn't get it up to the window.
When I looked through the scope, I thought I saw rack, but I thought, geez, I don't dare shoot. I've never seen a day where in northern Maine that we both get a deer the same day in the same area, about an hour apart. Just basically as the crow flies, Paul, it's not that far.
No, just down around the corner.
So, unreal.
Yeah.
Well, now the work begins. That's the longest shot I ever pulled off, Paul.
Yeah, that's a long shot, Dad. It really is. That was a heck of a shot. Especially considering, you know, you had to go through some whips and whatnot. See, as I was saying, I'm driving down the road, and I just happened to look over to the right into this cut. And we're going to register my deer, and I look in this cut, and I'm like, that looks like the rear end of a deer, a couple 100 yards down in it. And of course, it's hard to tell. It's in raspberries, and there's stumps all through here. So I had Dad back the truck up, and sure enough, he's like, that definitely is a butt of a deer. So he jumped out, loaded his gun, and just couldn't see the head that well. And I get the binoculars, and I'm looking through the binoculars, and I'm like, I'm 99.9% certain I can see a beam coming up. And then he could, but he couldn't find a rest, couldn't find any place to get a steady shot. And finally he got down into the ditch, and the deer stood there I've never seen anything like it. It doesn't happen to us anyway. And he kind of went down in the ditch and got a good rest against a maple tree. And it's got to be pushing 250 yards, maybe further. I'm a terrible judge distance. Yeah, anyway, he made a heck of a shot. There were a few whips. Looks like he got it high, took the back of the deer out, but I mean, hey, we don't have any snow, so if you can drop it right in his tracks, that's the best thing. He toppled it right over and came up, put one more in the neck to finish it off. So we get 2 deer within an hour, and you know, they're not the biggest bucks in the woods, but we've had a rough couple of years, especially in northern Maine. There hasn't been a lot of deer. And we've had close, we've had some chances, just couldn't connect the dots, couldn't make it happen. So you go dry for a couple of years, and you're a little more willing to. Plus, we eat it. We love venison. It's by far our most favorite meat. So yeah, pretty exciting day. I might go buy a lottery ticket. I've never bought a lottery ticket before, and might go buy one. Whew. Just finished drag number 2. Here we go. What do you think?
Well, there's a lot of firsts today.
Yeah.
This is the first time a deer's been in one of our Toyotas. The first time we've shot a deer on the same day, in the same, well, obviously the same season. Yeah. And it's only November 3rd.
Yeah.
We have no idea what we're going to do the rest of the Paul, you are soaked.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of work.
So
it's a good workout.
I think the girls will be happy anyway with the results.
They will be.
So, yeah. Yep.
It's kind of bittersweet.
It is bittersweet.
All right, so we had a pretty busy day today. Shot 2 deer an hour apart. But like I said earlier, it's been a few years since I shot a deer. It's been, I think, 2 years. And now it's November 3rd. And you hate to pass up kind of a unicorn event by all means. We've never shot a deer on the same day. You know, there's several times we shoot deer and, you know, deer can, both of us, but never on the same day. Definitely never an hour apart. Just coming up for the day, deer hunting. So that's kind of that's pretty neat. But anyway, we're both pretty tickled, and yeah, go hang up those deer, show them to the kids.
I just always
Hey.
go, huh?
What do you guys think?
Oh. How did you get these eggs? Look,
What do you
my
think?
boy.
Did you weigh them?
Huh?
We'd like to.
We're gonna weigh them.
You didn't take it to a station?
Sally.
Scale right here.
No, they didn't have scales where we registered.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
So anyway, craziest thing. So we get back to the house, and so typically there are a couple things that have happened tonight that I'm not used to. One is typically we shoot deer at deer camp, not just, you know, a one trip and then one off trip and go up to the woods, shoot a deer, and then come back. So we kind of had a little conundrum trying to figure out where I'm going to hang the deer at my house. So they're in the garage right now. Secondly, the deer that I shot has like a mane, and I think I've read about it in the past. I've never seen it on a deer myself, but I think I've read about deer having a mane. It looks like a mohawk. So my wife was in here, and I was like, look, it has a mohawk, and I'll show you a picture here in a second. I'm like, look, it has a mohawk, and she's like, oh yeah, you ought to name your deer, you ought to call it Mo. And it's kind of funny. So I started this channel, you know, just to have some fun with, because we videotape deer hunting all the time, and kind of share it with family and stuff like that, and anyone else who may want to watch it. And I named the channel, so Maine Outdoors Enthusiast is the name of the channel, and so for short, call it Mo. And it's funny that, I mean, I just started it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and yeah, so I guess we're gonna name the deer Mo because it has a mohawk. So I mean, kind of ironic, coincidental, I don't know, but it's pretty neat. So anyway, she's the one that came up with it. So anyway, let's take a look at the mohawk. It's kind of dark in here. But anyway, this is like I said, we don't typically hang deer in here, but if you look right here, he's got a mohawk. And it's funny, when I walked up to it and I shot it, I was like, oh, look, the hair's standing up on the back of his neck. But I just thought it was standing up. But no, it's literally like a mane. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, I'm pretty tuckered out, dragging 2 deer today. And yeah, it's been an eventful day. So we're back home now. I guess we'll try to figure out what we're going to do the rest of the season. So, see ya.